Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning,
Good
miss.
morning, ma'am.
Have you prepared the questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. 5 minutes, you can revise, prepare more if you want, and then we'll start. For yesterday's absentees, the portion was still childhood. You have to prepare from the beginning till childhood. And I hope all of you know the portions for the exam. Only one chapter, human development. And the marks will be out of 40. Most probably there'll be 45 questions from which you have to choose. Okay, optional questions will be there. As of now, it is set as 3 sections. Section A will contain all the multiple choice, the usual fill in the blanks and the other multiple choice questions. You'll have to choose 30 from that section A, and the instruction will be given on the heading of each section. Then assertion reasoning type, there'll be 6 given. You have to write only 5, any 5. And the last case based also, there'll be 5, or case based or picture based. Either it will be case or it will be a picture. And that also 6 will be given. You just have to write 5. So total you will be answering 40 questions. Shall we start? Okay. Kevin, we begin with you.
Traditions, beliefs, and ideologies come under options macrosystem, microsystem, chronosystem, and adulthood.
Answer first so that we can
Macro system.
discuss more questions. Yes, macro system. Correct. Abhilash.
Children, because of egocentrism, engage in dash, thinking that all things are living like oneself. Options: centration, animism, none of the other.
Animism.
Correct. Devika.
Intuitive thought is replaced by logical thought in which stage of cognitive development? Pre-operational, concrete operational, or formal operational?
Answer.
Concrete operational.
Concrete operation. And more abstract thoughts will be developed in formal
Formal
operation.
operation.
Okay. Amal Roshan.
Development due to genes inherited from parents such as in height and weight, brain, heart and lungs, etc. All points towards option A, biological process, option B, cognitive processes, option C, social, emotional process, option D, all of the above.
Answer.
Biological process.
Correct answer.
Correct. Alina.
In this stage of cognitive development, the child gain ability to mentally represent an object that is not physically present. Option A, concrete operational stage. Option B, pre-operational stage. Option C, both.
Pre-operational.
Okay. Emmeline.
Which are the two parts that grow more rapidly than other parts of the body at childhood? Brain, head, leg, arms, and or torso.
Two regions. Can you repeat the question?
Yes, ma'am. Which are the two regions that grow more rapid than the other parts of the body in childhood stage? Head, brain, leg, arms, or torso?
Are you talking in general or about a specific principle?
In general.
Answer.
I'm head.
Head region. Head and brain, isn't it? Yes. Mary.
Ma'am, in which development the gross motor skills during the early childhood years involve use of arms and legs and moving around with confidence and more purposefully in the environment? Option A, physical development. Option B, cognitive development. Option C, motor development.
Motor development.
Yes, correct
Yes,
answer.
because it's related to movements, motor development. Okay. Nestle. No. Malavika. Nestle, if you can type the question in the chat box. Okay. Malavika, also, if you can't speak, Yes, please put it in the chat box. Eva,
When does the graph reflex disappear? Within 3 to 6 months, 6 to 7 months, 3 to 4 months, or 8 to 12 months?
yes.
3 to 4 months.
Yes, that's correct.
Next question, Rose. Rose. No, we can't hear you. I can't hear you. Can you all hear? No.
Can't.
No, just check. It's okay. Try checking. Shreya, next question. Shreya, not here. Kevin.
Ma'am, dash is the immediate environment in which the individual lives. Options are macrosystem, microsystem, chronosystem, and exosystem.
Immediate environment.
Microsystem.
Microsystem, isn't it? Yes. Abhilash.
A child preferring a tall, narrow glass of juice to a short, broad glass, even though both are holding the same amount of juice, is an example of options: egocentrism, animism, centration, none of the above.
Centration.
Centration, because if we focusing only on one feature. Okay, Devika.
Finger dexterity and eye-hand movement are examples of dash skills, fine motor or gross motor.
Fine motor.
Fine motor.
Fine motor. Okay, they require fine skills from the hand coordination or the movement coordination. Yes, Amal.
The development which is related to mental activities associated with the process of knowing and experience, such as thought, perceptions, attention, and problem solving are the role of option A, biological process; option B, cognitive process; option C, socio-emotional process; option D, all of this.
Read the question once more.
The development which is related to mental activities associated with the process of knowing and experiencing, such as thought, perception, attention, and problem solving are the role of.
Cognitive process.
Is the right answer.
Yes, correct. Emily.
A child at late childhood, that is age between 7 to 11, undergoes which stage in Piaget's theory?
That is important.
Pre-operational, concrete operational, formal operational.
Concrete operational. It's 7 to 11. Approximate. That's an approximate age, but still that is given by Piaget in his theory. Okay, Mary.
In which year the children will climb up and downstairs with 1 foot on each step? Option A, 3 years. Option B, 4 years. Option C, 5 years.
4 years.
4 years.
Yes, correct answer.
Yes, correct. Rose. Is it okay now? No, dear. Hello, hello. I can read from your lips, but I cannot hear. Nope. Okay, keep trying. Alina. Lena? No. Eva?
Growth from the center of the body towards the extremities is called cephalocaudal or proximodistal.
Rexicomodal.
Repeat the answer, please, Amal.
Rexicomodal.
Huh? What model is that? Cephalocaudal or proximodistal?
Proximodal distal.
Distal. Proximodistal. Is that the answer, Eva?
Yes, ma'am, it's proximodistal.
Yes, proximodistal. Cephalocaudal. Okay. Sanjana.
By what age the child starts perceiving the objects partially covered in his or her presence? Option A, 9 weeks. Option B, 8 months. Option C, 1 year.
8 months.
How much?
8 months.
8. Did you say 8?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Sanjana, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Next question. Emily.
In which stage of Piaget's theory the child starts to ask questions? Formal operational, concrete operational, pre-operational.
Pre-operational.
Pre-operation.
Okay. And that is a form of what thought?
Intuitive.
Intuitive thought. Okay. Kevin.
The awareness that the objects continue to exist when not perceived is called dash. Options are sensory abilities, cognitive development, object prominence, socio-emotional development.
Object permanence.
Object permanence, right. Devika.
According to Lawrence Kohlberg, during which stage does the child think in terms of external authority or whether the child would be punished or rewarded for his or her actions? Early adolescence or before 9 years of age or late adolescence?
Early?
Ma'am, should I repeat the question and the options again?
Yes.
Before 9 years.
Correct. That's the correct answer.
That's the correct answer. Just repeat for those who did not hear.
Question and the option. According to Lawrence Kohlberg, during which stage does the child think in terms of external authority or whether the child would be punished or rewarded for his or her actions? Options: early adolescence, before 9 years of age, or late adolescence.
Okay. This comes under what development?
Moral development.
Moral development. Okay. Kohlberg theory is very important in moral development. Please learn it. I don't think any bolded part is there in that portion. No, right? I don't think so, but please read that portion up. Okay. Amal, next one.
The actual genetic material or a person's genetic heritage is known as dash. Option A, phenotype. Option B, macrosystem. Option C, microsystem. Option D, genotype.
Genotype.
It's the right answer.
Yes. Mary, next one.
Dash is commonly described in terms of periods or stages. Option A, developmental task. Option B, development. Option C, none of the above.
Option A, development.
Yes, right.
Yes, correct. Abhilash.
The adolescent can apply logical and more The adolescent can apply more logical thought abstractly on options: concrete operational stage, B, formal operational stage, and pre-operational stage.
Option B, formal operation.
Correct.
Correct. Then audio problems, people. Eva.
Dash results in the decline of a child's egocentrism. Is it animism, centration, or concrete operation? Concrete operational.
Concrete operation.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yes. Sanjana.
According to Eric Erikson, what is the first challenge faced by an infant? Option A, trust versus mistrust. Option B, identity crisis. Option C, none.
Option B, identity crisis.
Versus mistrust.
Answer is?
Ma'am, answer is option A, trust versus mistrust.
Trust versus mistrust. In adolescence, it is identity crisis. That is the problem. Identity versus identity confusion, or we call it role confusion also. That is a stage in adolescence. In this one, initial stages in infancy and all, it is what do you call, trust versus mistrust. Okay. Next question, Amal.
Dash is the way in which an individual genotype is expressed in observable and measurable characteristics. Option A, phenotype. Option B, macrosystem. Option C, microsystem. Option D, prototype.
What form is genotype expressed?
Phenotype.
Phenotype, correct. Devika.
Fitting jigsaw puzzles precisely comes under which motor skill? Gross motor or fine motor?
Fine motor.
Fine motor skills, because it requires again fine motor movements. Mary.
No questions, ma'am.
Abhilash.
Dash are also mental actions that are reversible. Options: formal operations, concrete operations, egocentrism, none of the above.
Concrete operation.
Concrete operation.
Concrete operations. That's when the real operations are actually developed in a proper usable form. Okay. Then Kevin.
Children seeing the world only in terms of themselves or their own point of view is called. Do you need options for that?
Give the options, man.
Animism, centration, egocentrism, and concrete operational thought.
Easy, no?
Egocentrism.
Egocentrism, otherwise known as self-focus. Okay, Evelyn.
The child starts to climb up and down stairs with one foot on each step is in which kind of motor skill? Fine, gross, or both?
I think we discussed this before. Yeah. Anyways, answer. What skills is it? Fine or gross?
Fine motor.
How is it fine motor skills?
Gross motor.
No, you tell me, how is it fine motor skills? It's climbing up and down, isn't it? So it requires large muscle movements. Isn't it, Amal? Yes. To climb the stairs up and down. Do you require just fine movements from your hands? No. Yes, you require large muscle movements. So it is a collection of a lot of involvement from the muscles, bones, and the other systems in our body, the muscular system. Okay, so it requires the help of, or it is a type of gross motor skills. In fine motor skills, always remember there'll be fine movements. Motor skills means it's related to the movements, skills related to movements. And the movements will be very fine. Like when you fit this jigsaw puzzle. You need to be very careful when you fit it, isn't it? Otherwise, you won't be able to fix the correct piece in the correct puzzle or in the correct order. Okay. So that is why it is given under fine motor skills. Okay. Next one, Kevin. Kevin is all done. Eva.
Hypothetical thinking develops in which stage? Sensory motor, pre-operational, concrete operational, or formal operational?
Formal operation.
Formal operational.
Yes, it is formal operational. Sanjana.
The emotional bond of affection between parents and infants is called option A, attachment, option B, expectation, option C, distress.
Option A, attachment.
Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Next question. Development from head region to the tail region is called dash. Option A, proximo-distal principle. Option B, cephalocaudal principle.
Option
Head
A,
to tail.
proximal.
Huh?
Cephalocaudal.
Cephalocaudal. Cephalic region means the head region. Okay. Caudal means it's the tail region. It's there in page number 73. From head to tail. And the other one is from central part to the extremities. That is proximo-distal. Okay. All right. Next question. Amal.
Who believe that the environment parents provide for their children depends to some extent on their own genetic predispositions.
Predisposition.
Option A, Sandaskar 1992. Option B, Durganand 1971. Option C, Yuri Bronfire. Option D, none of this.
Bronfenbrenner.
Option D, none of this.
Sandra's car.
Is right answer.
Okay. Devika.
During middle and late childhood, the child is likely to define oneself through dash characteristics, internal, physical, or social aspects of self.
Please repeat the question.
During middle and late childhood, the child is likely to define oneself through dash characteristics, internal, physical, social aspects of self.
Internal.
That's correct. Internal.
What is the correct answer?
Internal.
Internal. Okay. And which was the stage towards the
Middle and late childhood.
middle and late childhood. That's why it's internal. Okay. And that is also given portions not bolded, but read it up. Page number 76. And also 75 right side. That is a small paragraph. Okay, let me mark the attendance and then we'll continue. Abdul. Absent. Abhinav, absent. Alina. Present. Devika.
Yes, ma'am.
Emmeline.
Yes,
Eva.
ma'am.
Malavika. Present. Mary. Present. Meryl. Meryl is absent today. Rose. Present. Shreya. Abhiram. Abhijit absent. Abhilash. Amal Roshan. Gazuri. Kevin. Omar. Sanam. Sandra. Sanjana. Nestle. Okay. Yes, just check if there is any more questions left. Any other questions left?
I have so much questions.
You have.
Yes.
You can ask.
Whose contextual view of development emphasizes the role of environment factors in the development of an individual? Option A, Sandaskar 1992. Option B, Durgananda Singer 1977. Option C, Yuri Bronifera. Option D, none of.
Bronfenbrenner. I'm hearing it as proliferanol. Biology. It's Bronfenbrenner. Say?
Bronfenbrenner.
Very good. Bronfenbrenner. Then. That's all?
And none of this.
None of these. Answer? Environmental factors. Normal?
Yes, ma'am.
Yuri Bronfenbrenner.
Yuri Bronfenbrenner?
Is correct answer.
But what about Durganand Sinha? What did he focus on? More or less the same, no?
Ecological model.
It's ecological model, but there also is mentioning about the surrounding factors, the surrounding layers and all. Yes. Again, that is also a contextual view. We are learning both the theories under contextual view of development. Okay. But the thing is, Bronfenbrenner series more of Western origin. Durganand Sinha is in Indian context, applicable solely to Indian context. Okay. Any more questions?
What is the close emotional bond of affection that helps between
That we did
infants?
already. Attachment. Anything else? Anybody? From the topic that we did not discuss, yes.
Can determine heredity by dash A. Option A, cells. Option B, nature. Option C, neurons. Option D, genes.
Answer. Answer. What can determine heredity?
Genes.
Genes?
Is correct answer.
Yes, it is the correct answer. Okay. So let's look at the next portions. You can prepare questions from the challenges of adolescence. Childhood is over. Now next portion is challenges of adolescence. That is till page number 80. Till eating disorders, including eating disorders. Okay. And now I think the starting portion is clear and it's thorough, most of it. But please keep reading them. And again, if there is any confusion, finish it off there, then and there, and then move towards the next topic. Okay. So challenges of adolescence, we have the definition, basically. Then the origin of the word adolescence, that is adolescere, Latin origin. Then we have in physical development, we have this primary and secondary sexual characteristics based on different genders also. Then the other developments also you have to read up. That is the sexual orientation, formation of knowledge of the sexual factors, all those things. Then sexually transmitted diseases. Then cognitive developmental changes, they move to the next stage in Piaget's theory, formal operational stage. Okay. So formal operational thought develops. Then what is specific about formal operational thought? Hypothetical deductive reasoning, idealistic thinking, abstract thinking, all these develops. Start to develop, and this becomes formal only in adulthood. It begins in adolescence, and more abstract thoughts are available only in adulthood. Okay. But as compared to childhood and the previous stages of human development, in adolescence, we can think more abstractly than a child. An adolescent can think more abstractly than a child in comparison to that. Then egocentrism, the special type in adolescence. That also, I think it would be thorough by now. Personal fable and imaginary audience. You have to know the examples because the reverse can be asked. Just the definition, rather than the definition, the reverse can be asked. That is, an example will be given. You'll have to identify which one, which type of egocentrism it is. Then forming an identity formation. That is one of the major challenges in adolescence. You have to read up that portion.
Ma'am, can you for the topic till eating disorder? No.
Till eating disorder. Just adolescent stage. Adolescent stage, the entire adolescent stage. Challenges of adolescence, that is the heading. Okay. Till eating disorder, that is the portion. And after eating disorder, we have adulthood. That we'll see in the next day. Then what else? Some major concerns that is related to delinquency, substance abuse, eating disorders, and all. Delinquency also you have to know the examples, or rather when you see the examples, you have to identify what it is. So delinquency is a substance abuse, and also. Then what else? Why are people getting addicted, especially adolescents? The reasons for that you have to know. Then what are the major concerns in adolescence? You have to know that in general. Then full form of UNIDCP. I is not the UNDCP. It is important. Then eating disorders, the types. That day I think I asked you to remember with the starting letters A and B. That figure related with the figure. B is a bit more wider. So think of that and learn so that you won't confuse with anorexia and bulimia. Okay. Binge eating also is common. Just read up that portion. Yeah, that's it. Hypothetical deductive reasoning. That is also important in this portion. Okay. So for the next day, that will be the portion that you have to prepare from. After that, we'll consider adulthood and then old age. Okay. All right. How's the revision going on?
Revision was going very good, ma'am.
Very
It's
good.
but it is practice to the for exam.
Okay, fine. You have to keep your OMR sheets ready before the exam. Okay. You'll be doing in that. So take enough copies. Don't wait for the last hour. All right, we'll wind up. Thank you.